don't know? Should you know? Is that a law that you should know?
It was like frost off for like 3 weeks.
Oh, so it's not a certain date then?
Nope.
So they had it off and then they put it back on?
Yeah, it's literally like this time of year for like a couple weeks they have it on.
Huh. Wait, so not during like the actual winter?
No.
That's weird.
It's like just in the spring when the ground gets soft. But not in the fall either. I guess I assume probably when it's getting colder, the ground's not like thawing.
So you know.
All right, everybody shut up.
Check that thing out. Sweet project car.
What is that, a regular Ram?
I was talking about the
idiot.
The
frame rails.
Yeah,
Sorry, I got too upset because he was driving a regular Ram around. A freaking idiot. That guy in that old Dodge fan. When he passed by, he's like, especially after, like, I know you've been driving this now for a few days, but like, especially like, I bet, like when you went from the Ranger to this.
Yeah. With the Ranger being manual and like less sound deadening and stuff and smaller, it's like you can feel how fast you're going.
Yeah, but this thing, you're, especially being like tall and big, you're like kind of removed from that a little bit.
So Quinn, what are your overall thoughts on the truck as a whole?
I love it. It makes me really sad I don't have something like this. But I know in the hopefully near future I would like to get into a truck like this. Not exactly this, but what this truck competes with, which I think would be fun for both of us. No, it's super comfortable, rides great. The shocks, even though they probably could be serviced, like, this truck just rides so well. You don't really feel anything, even in, downtown Pontiac there for a second, like all the, great Michigan roads in there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel anything. And yeah, looks cool, sounds great, super comfortable, very nice. Like, everything you touch and look at is a nice material, and like you said earlier, it's got all the creature comforts you could want. So speaking about future potential purchases, what are you sort of maybe leaning towards as a competitor of definitely
this?
Gen 2 Raptor, which was directly what this was. I think obviously you've done probably more reading on it than I have, but when they made this truck, like, I assume it was inspired by the Gen 1 Raptor, and then the Gen 2 came out, and then they're like, all right, which actually, because this,
I believe the Gen 2 came out before this.
Well, you said this was 2016.
2016 is when they started them, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think Gen 2 Raptor came out 2017.
Oh, okay.
But so I guess
this is still better than the Gen 2 Raptor.
Yeah, and definitely the Gen 1.
Yeah, I mean, for sure the Gen 1s are just cool looking and sounding trucks. They didn't build them to actually take jumps. I mean, you see like a million clips online of people actually jumping those and the suspension just giving up completely.
Yeah.
But the Gen 2, obviously, this does have, I don't know if you want to say better suspension, but longer travel. I guess we'll have to kind of put it to the test when we take it to the sand dunes later this year.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to get a Gen 2, and I think that would be very, very fun for both of us to, like, have that.
Yeah.
Slight different, like, very similar truck, but, like, the two best versions of that kind of truck, and seeing how capable they both are.
I do feel like a Gen 2 Raptor would probably feel like a newer truck than this on the inside and the outside. Like, it has like LED lights and headlights and stuff, of which this also does. But I feel like design-wise, this maybe looks a little older than that does. Maybe because like their current gen Raptor, the 3rd gen, and the newest Gen F-150s still have like pretty much the same design language. So that might kind of help it, but I feel like in my head that looks like and probably feels like a lot newer than this, even though it's not necessarily.
Yeah, I agree. Like, obviously this generation of Ram was, I don't know if it was like 2009 or something, 2010, but like
yeah,
this body has been out for a long time, and then the F-150s now don't look that much different as compared to the outgoing generation. So yeah, I agree that the F-150s probably feel like a little less dated.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this is like such a great era of vehicle.
Yeah, and with, since the Gen 2s are all the EcoBoost motor, I feel like that's also like it would make it feel totally different than this. I'm sure they're similar power. I don't know. Do you know what the Gen 2 Raptor makes?
Yeah, the Gen 2 and Gen 3 with the EcoBoost both, like they didn't change anything going from Gen 2 to 3. As far as like, drivetrain, power numbers, anything like that. I don't know if there's any like fine mechanical differences, but Gen 2, Gen 3 EcoBoost make 450 horsepower and 510.
Oh, really?
Torque. Yeah.
Wow, that's way more than this.
Yeah, and they have the 10 speeds where this is the 8
this
speed.
is an 8 speed. This makes, what did I say, 410 pound-feet of torque, and I think, was it 395 horsepower? Like so that's actually a huge difference as far as the power goes with the Gen 2 Raptor. I didn't know the EcoBoost made that much.
Yeah, which it's like the high output one, so obviously you can get a regular 150 with the same displacement EcoBoost, but the Raptor gets the higher output one. But I think the Gen 2 Raptor, and obviously Gen 3 as well, but like I think those are like right where like obviously everyone prefers like the sound and everything of the V8. But I think Gen 2 and Gen 3 Raptors like are like right where that like line is of like you'd almost be like, yeah, you'd still prefer the sound of the V8, but like the power and everything that the
performance
EcoBoost does,
worth it.
You're like
Trailblazer SS.
nice. So yeah, I think they'd be like very similar in nature, but so different.
Yeah.
Like minutely that it'd be very cool to like have that comparison.
Yeah. I was gonna ask
Jumping
you,
jacks.
I was gonna ask you
Cartwheels
what
while
you think
juggling
about
flamethrowers.
What you think